hasn't been pretty. I think that anybody with a couple of brain cells or IQ points could probably identify that especially for when we're talking about the Las Vegas Raiders. And I will be honest here. I was a hopeful fan and a guy that covered the Raiders and just kind of seeing how they were able to construct their roster and really bring guys, moving forward from the preseason into the regular season here. And again, I'll extend the olive branch. It has been very frustrating. We have a team that is so talented, that has so many different players on the offensive and defensive side of the football here that it shouldn't be like this. The Raiders should not be 0-3 right now. They just should not be. Like the memes, all the different videos, all this different stuff about the Raiders hate should not be happening right now. But if the past is any indication, I've felt like this with a couple of teams that, they started out rough run, did not really go according to plan, and then all of a sudden something clicked. A team that reminds me of that was the Miami Dolphins last year. A team that started 1-7, that they were just not playing good football. Now, mind you, the Dolphins also have probably the most underrated defense in the entire NFL. Tua didn't necessarily have the weapons or the offensive line to get it done there, and obviously they made a change at head coach there. But I really feel like, and this is not me, just the fan that's coming out and saying this to try to raise hope. I really feel like this just feels weird. Like the Raiders are not this bad of a team. And yes, you have this many talented players on one roster. You would think that, starting 0-3 with this many players, yes, there's definitely got to be something going on here. And there probably needs to be a coaching change. Obviously that's an answer. And then defensively, it's good enough to get the job done. It's like the Minnesota Vikings offense back in 1998, being able to put up 35 a game and then at the end of the day just not get drugged up and down the field defensively. That's the name of the game. But this season feels weird for so many reasons for me, because I just feel like there's so much left in the tank for the Raiders. Like this isn't it. This isn't, they've got punched in the mouth a couple of times. This is Rocky coming back for round 7. I just feel like this is not over for the Las Vegas Raiders. Like I truly believe. Now I could be delusional. That's totally fine. I just saw my shrink. Totally kidding. I don't have a shrink, but I probably should be after saying some of this stuff. But I really don't think that this is over for the Raiders in any capacity. I think this is actually the calm before the storm, because the team has reached an all-point low. This is stressing the coaches. This is stressing the players, because everybody in the organization knows that they should not be 0-3. Everybody. So this is, to me, the deciding factor for the Raiders. Are they going to turn and run after starting out 0-3? Is everything going to get fall apart around them? Are they just going to clean house? Are they going to fire everybody? Trade Derek Carr? Trade Devontae Adams? No. I really think that this is a point in the season where the Raiders have to pull themselves up by their bootstraps and decide what they're going to do. Because again, the roster that has been formed here in Las Vegas is too talented. I know I'm probably sounding like a broken record. I completely understand the frustration and probably the pessimistic overlook on things. I absolutely get it. But I will also say and remind the folks that, again, we have seen it from time and time again with some of these NFL teams that just can't quite seem to get it done. Like they just cannot seem to put it together and put themselves in a spot to win. I think this is coming to an end for the Raiders. Now, you're playing a Denver Broncos team that, quite frankly, yes, it's not pretty. You play a Denver Broncos team that is 2-1. I'll admit they are looking like I honestly don't know how the Broncos are 2-1 right now. I don't know what to make of it. But I will say that if we're looking at the Broncos and the Raiders on paper, who are you most scared of? Who are you more scared of, the Denver Broncos or the Las Vegas Raiders right now? I'm going Raiders every single time. So the Denver Broncos, they give the Raiders a perfect game here to be able to get back on the horse. No puns intended, especially since it's the Broncos. And then you give them an ultimate chance to go against the Chiefs on Monday Night Football. If the Raiders win these next 2 games, if they can find a way to dethrone the Broncos, who are leading the AFC West right now, again, don't know how it happened, and then if they're able to go and play the Chiefs a solid game, if they are somehow able to carry out that win. This is the NFL, by the way. We have seen stranger things like this happen, and then they play, I think, the Texans at home the week after that. I think the Raiders are right back into this. Like, this is not an all out and down story. This is not a knockout done story. I really believe that this is the calm before the storm for the Raiders. I feel like they're in a position now. We've seen what this team can do. We've seen what it has offensively and defensively. Slowly but surely, I feel like the Raiders are going to put it together, and I think that they're in a big spot here, both in terms of a leadership perspective, both on the coaching and on the players' side, but also I feel like this is just this is the part of the season where we find what the Raiders are made of. And like I said, I truly believe it's the calm before the storm. For the Las Vegas Raiders, excuse me. It is the calm before the storm. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support you guys. You guys are all awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, we ask that you guys obviously just give us a like and a sub on iTunes, as well as give us, a listen and sub, that is, and then give us a like on all our social media platforms. Again, you'll find those down in the description. And then finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But at the end of the day, let us know what you guys think about it being the calm before the storm for the Las Vegas Raiders.